Right guys, what is going on? BusterBarnes here, bringing you my preview of Chelsea's next Premier League game away at Turf Moor against Burnley. Our last two Premier League games, both being draws, very different ones. A 3-3 draw against Southampton and a 0-0 draw against Manchester United. Coming off a 4-0 win as well in the Champions League against FC Krasnodar. Can we build some momentum now and get a win at Burnley? Obviously we won 4-2 last season with a Christian Pulisic hat-trick. Can he bring that back again? Hopefully, but we'll see. I'll be getting into my preview for the game, my team preview, my predicted lineup and my predicted score as well. So if you guys do enjoy, please be sure to leave a like and comment your team prediction down below and your score prediction as well. I would love to hear, and as always, be sure to subscribe to the BusterBarnes YouTube channel for more Chelsea FC content. But getting onto the team news, and not much to say, which is a positive. Obviously Billy Gilmour is still out. Kepa does have that shoulder injury, but like I said, he's not our main goalkeeper anymore, so that doesn't really matter either. Thiago Silva, if anyone had any doubts, is fit. He was just not travelling to Russia to manage his in-game fitness, which is what I predicted anyway, and I think was the right decision by Frank Lampard. So an actual pretty fit squad, and I think we've got to enjoy this while we can, because of all of these fixtures, with the cluster of the fixtures we're going to be facing, especially when we go into December. It's probably very rare that we're going to get this much of a fit squad again. But yeah, a really good performance against Krasnodar, guys. If you want to check out my review for that match, you can, if you wish to do so. But yeah, going into my predicted lineup, I'm going to get into it straight away. Need to bear in mind that Burnley are a very physical side, and they will be looking to try and bully our defence, try and force mistakes, try and maybe overpower what is maybe a smaller Chelsea midfield. And yeah, will be not an easy game. They did also cause Tottenham Hotspur some problems in their last game, where Tottenham only won 1-0. We know how good their attack's been, so could be a tricky fixture for us, but a game that we should hopefully be able to win and get our 3 points from this fixture like we did last season. We've actually, guys, if you take this as a positive, we've actually improved in terms of our fixtures last season, getting more points in the same fixtures so far. So if anything, whilst we're maybe not near the top of the table, or maybe we should have got 3 points in some games like Southampton, there are some positives still to take so far this season. But getting on to my team prediction, which is what you guys are here for, Eduard Mendy is obviously going to be in goal. No question, probably the first name on the team sheet at this point. He is our number one goalkeeper. He's got to play all of our big games in goal, all of our Premier League games in goal. And yeah, another solid performance against Krasnodar from him as well. Looks really alert, looks commanding, looks confident, and hopefully he can have another great game against Burnley. Hopefully another clean sheet, but I guess we'll see what my score prediction is when we get to the end of the episode. My back four is actually going to be Reece James at right back, Ben Chilwell at left back. Obviously, Azpilicueta did start against Krasnodar. I think that was to rest Reece James. Obviously, Azpilicueta as well adds a bit more leadership when someone like Thiago Silva is not playing. I mean, if Azpilicueta does start this game against Burnley, like I said, no complaints from me, but I really think that we could use the attacking ability of Reece James in this game, going and crossing in balls into the box. Surely people are going to start getting on the end of his crosses, guys, honestly. I mean, he delivers such sweet crosses, and we just don't have quite the chemistry yet for players to get on the end of them. But I do think it will come with some patience. Chilwell has been great ever since he signed as well, so he's obviously going to get the start against Burnley. Maybe some people think there's a risk of Azpi not starting with that leadership, but we did see against Sevilla and Reece James start over Azpi, and our defence still looks pretty solid, so hopefully we can continue that. The two centre-backs are going to be Kurt Zouma and Thiago Silva. Scary moment in the game against Krasnodar. We might have thought Kurt Zouma was injured, but he actually was fine and continued the match, so that was good from him, and quite a bulk of the match as well, so he surely is fine. Thiago Silva, like I said, is fit to play, so we need that back line, probably our best back line that we've got, our most solid one, with Azpi obviously rotating in for Reece James as well, but that combination of players at the back can hopefully be solid enough to stop us from conceding and for us to get the win. Now, at the end of the Krasnodar game, we did see something new in the midfield. We saw Kante in that holding role with Havertz and Mount either side of him, and part of me actually wants to predict that, because I think that could be a really fun midfield. Kante, Mount, Havertz, just really nice, really pacey, really fast, some quick passes. I would like to see it. However, I do think that because it's an away game against a physical side like Burnley, we are going to be a bit safer, and we are still going to see the double pivot. I think that Kante is going to come in for Kovacic, and I do think Jorginho is still going to start. Some people saying that Jorginho shouldn't take our penalties anymore. Not sure I'm convinced by that. He's still a great penalty taker. Just because he's missed one or two doesn't mean that he's a bad penalty taker. I know everyone wants to see Werner score goals, but I think, I don't think complain if Jorginho's taking penalties is my point. If Werner takes them, fine by me, but I'm not going to complain with Jorginho taking them as he is a great taker. Yeah, but hopefully him and Kante can do the job defensive-wise. Maybe as the game goes on, we can maybe adapt into a 4-3-3 as well. The only thing I am thinking, though, is Mason Mount hasn't started the last 2 games, so I don't know if Lampard's bias or his love for Mason Mount can hold him that long to not play him again. So I'm sort of umming and ahhing whether we see Mount, Kante and Havertz in the midfield 3, but I am going to go with Jorginho and Kante as the pivot, although Jorginho could be in for a rest, so maybe that could be some thinking as well, as we do obviously have a game pretty much every single 3 games of the season. But going to the front 3 in the attacking midfield, Havertz is going to be the number 10. Obviously, could be Mason Mount, technically, maybe Havertz gets a rest, but I do think Havertz, for his price tag and for his quality, is going to play the majority of games for us. I think as well that on the left-hand side, we're going to see Christian Pulisic. Maybe he can rediscover that hat-trick against Burnley last season, carry that on, get another hat-trick. I think it was a perfect hat-trick as well, left foot, right foot, and with his head. But what a player he's developed into, and that really was the start of him turning into just such a great player for us last season. So it would be great for him to have a good performance in that game. On the right, I'm going with Hakim Ziyech. Great game against Krasnodar. A lot of people thought he was man of the match. He got his goal, looked creative, and it'll be great, guys, to see Havertz, Ziyech, Pulisic, and Timo Werner, spoiler alert, up front. That's the attack that a lot of people have wanted to see. Reece James and Chilwell on the flanks as well. Pretty scary for opposition teams, and we could potentially cause Burnley a lot of problems with that attacking line. But that is going to be my lineup. Like I said, maybe Mount fits in there somewhere. Maybe we see a 4-3-3, but I don't know if Lampard quite wants to do that yet, with these games proving to be quite important, and with us maybe only just playing that formation in the Krasnodar game. But like I said, Jorginho could need a rest, so I guess we'll see when the game does approach. But that is going to be my lineup. Let me know in the comments below who you guys would start. I would love to know. Going into the score prediction, not too sure about this. Like I said, Burnley did make it hard for Tottenham, and also Burnley have not won the game yet. And while some people might look at that and go, oh wow, that's great, Burnley haven't won the game, they must be bad. Look, guys, Burnley are going to win a game eventually, okay? They're going to win eventually, and that's what scares me. We have Sheffield United after Burnley as well, who also haven't won the game, and that scares me because Chelsea are the sort of team that will just absolutely flop a game against one of these types of teams. So I am a little bit scared, a little bit nervous, but I obviously am going to back Chelsea. Do I think it's going to be 4-0 or 4-2 like last season? No, I don't. I think Burnley will make it tough, but I am going to go for, I think, a 3-1. We've kept many clean sheets that maybe this is just me thinking back to before we got Mendy and all that. I couldn't believe it, guys. If we get 4 clean sheets in a row, that will be absolutely crazy. I don't see it happening, unfortunately, not to be negative. So I do think we'll concede. To who I don't know, I guess Chris Wood, maybe, why not? But yeah, we're going to win, I think. I'll go with 3-1. I'll be optimistic and I'll go with 3-1. I'll go with the goal scorers being Timo Werner to get 1. I'll also go for Pulisic to get 2. Why not? Pulisic brace, Werner goal as well, and that will be the score line in my prediction. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think the score will be. I hope you did enjoy this preview. My review will obviously be out after the match does take place, so do stay tuned on the channel for that. Be sure to subscribe as well so you guys don't miss a video, and I would like to thank you all for your support since I have restarted this channel a few months ago. Has really been enjoying it, guys, so if we can keep up the support, if everyone can like and subscribe, that would be absolutely awesome. I hope you guys do all have a nice day, and I'll see you next time.